Doing a remote starter on a 2011 Toyota Camry. We're going to use the CRIMESTOPPER remote starter with an IDATALINK anti-theft interface. I'm going to give you the disassembly. Just going to relieve that door gasket a little bit there. Pull Phillips down on the bottom. Okay, we're going to go into the kick panel here to get a 10mm screw that holds this side of the dash on. We're going to have to undo the hood latch. Okay, we're going to remove 10mm screws. We'll drop down the airbag assembly. You're going to be careful to not let it hang from the wires. Diagnostic plug connector will hold it, and we're just going to set it over here for now. I'm going to remove the 2 Phillips screws in the face of the steering column. Going to need the key to do this. I'm going to apply pressure to the side of the steering column while pulling down. I'm going to release the steering column plastic. Pull the wheel all the way out. Remove the plastic cover. Our plug-and-play harness is going to plug into the ignition switch of this vehicle. We're going to locate the switch, press the clip, and unplug the ignition. Then we're going to plug our T-harness into the ignition, and then we're going to plug our vehicle harness into the T-harness. Now we're going to need a ground. We're going to do a temporary ground to one of the airbag 10mm. We're going to take the ground off. On reassembly, we're going to put it back on the outside of this bolt right here. But for now, we're going to ground it there. Make sure the plugs firmly lock into place. At this point, we can test the remote starter by putting the OEM key in the ignition. We press and hold the remote starter button for 3 seconds. The vehicle will crank, start, and run for 20 minutes. The next part of the installation will involve running 2 pair of wires to 2 different locations. We're going to run 1 pair of wires to the CAN high, CAN low at the diagnostic plug, and we're going to run the other pair of wires to the immobilizer connector at the ignition switch. The anti-theft portion of this installation will vary between models and years. But this is what we're doing for the 2011 Toyota Camry with a standard 40-bit key. We're going to run to the CAN high and the CAN low at the diagnostic plug, and we're going to run to the TXCT and the code wire at the immobilizer plug. If you look at the immobilizer plug, we're looking at it from the back with the clip in the upright position. The diagnostic plug we're looking at from the front. If we look at the data sheet supplied with the remote start kit, this will give us the wire colors at each of the plugs. At the immobilizer plug, we're looking for the red wire and the brown wire. When counting pins, make sure you count empty pins. You verify by color and pin location. The code wire on this vehicle would be brown. The TXCT would be red. Over at the diagnostic plug, we're dealing with the CAN high and the CAN low. According to our chart, the CAN high is black, the CAN low is white. Okay, we've made our CAN high and CAN low connections using 3M T-taps. CAN high is the black wire, CAN low is the white wire. So we have our IDATALINK brown with a red stripe going to CAN high, our brown with a yellow stripe going to CAN low. Up at the immobilizer connection, we've done a strip and wrap connection. We've actually stripped the wire and wrapped the connecting wire around the conductor. Now we're going to plug in the immobilizer, and from this point on, we are ready to program our remote starter. If you've purchased this kit from me, the module will be registered or locked in data mode. To program the module, simply place the key in the ignition switch, turn the ignition to the on position. When the LED flashes green, shut the key off, take it out, place it back in the ignition. The light will go green. The module is now programmed. With our IDATALINK module programmed, we can test the locks, the unlocking of the vehicle, trunk release, and starting of the vehicle. I'm going to show you where some other connections are on this vehicle. If you have to get a brake signal, best spot is this white wire on this gray plug right here. It would be the top corner pin. This white wire will test positive when the brake is pressed. To access the parking lights, off the parking light switch, it would be the black wire. When grounded, the parking lights will activate. The horn wire comes out of the clock timer plug, and the wire is white. When grounded, the horn will activate. We've completed our 2011 Toyota Camry. We've installed the CRIMESTOPPER PS-04 G4. To lock the vehicle, press the close lock button. To unlock the vehicle, press the open lock button. To activate our panic feature, press and hold the lock button. To pop the vehicle's trunk, press and hold the trunk button. To start the vehicle, press the button with the key. You can also shut the vehicle off. This remote starter also supports our single button configuration. Now a single button will also unlock the door. Allowing access to the vehicle. The factory remote will not function while the engine is running.